Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've had a lovely festive period. Around a week before Christmas, I decided to take myself on a spontaneous solo day trip to Chester. It was super festive, relaxing, exciting, and I thought I'd bring you along with me. Chester is a beautiful historic city in Cheshire and it's fairly easy to get to via train from where I live. The last time I'd been to Chester, I was 8 years old and it was with school. We had to parade around the city as Roman soldiers speaking Latin. By Latin, I literally mean the words for right and left. I don't know any more Latin than that. As a tiny little archaeology lover, this was the perfect school trip and I thought it was about time I came back.
Take my hand and hold it tight.
Hi, I'm in Chester and I've no idea where I'm going. I've no idea what I'm gonna do today, but I just thought, you know what, I need to get out and do something. Let's just go and have fun. I already got lost once. Before I'd actually managed to find any of the archaeology or the museums, I got distracted by charity shop after charity shop. I absolutely love charity shopping, and shout out to Antonio for getting me into this because for some reason I just had never done it before. And then this year I realised how much cheaper, how much better for the planet, and just generally how much more fun it was to shop in charity shop. Make sure you stay to the end to see what I found. Next up was Chester Cathedral, which was completely free to go in, although they do accept donations. This cathedral opened in 1541, although some of the buildings are a lot older. I did notice some of the stonework looked Norman, and when I checked on Google afterwards, I saw that the cathedral's construction actually dates from between 1093 to the early 16th century. So part of it is Norman and the rest of it is quite a bit later. I think I spent about an hour in the cathedral just admiring the ceilings, the stonework. I do like to read graves as well. I don't know if that's weird, but you know, I'm an archaeologist. I like to see who has been there and, you know, I guess just imagine these people alive and imagine what they did and how they enjoyed to spend their time and things. Is that weird? I don't think that's weird. I'm currently in the cathedral, so obviously I need to keep my voice down. It's absolutely amazing. I need to read up on it actually because I haven't done, so maybe I'll just sit down and do that for a bit. But I've seen some bits of architecture that I'm pretty sure are Norman, and the rest of it, again, looks pretty old. I don't think I've ever seen a cathedral with decorated ceilings like this because a lot of the decoration on the roofs of these sorts of buildings were destroyed during the Reformation, so it's quite incredible to see it. It's probably restored, but still. I feel like some things you don't notice when you're just walking around these is that all of these sorts of coffins and things all have painting on them, or a lot of them do. If you look closely, there's a lot of old artwork that's barely survived but is still there. It's literally amazing and you can't convince me otherwise. Everything to do with history, historic buildings. The people used to walk here hundreds of years ago down these same corridors. They built these amazing ceilings. Like, I feel like quite often when you look at old things, the people who made them are forgotten. Like, they're removed from the fact that these were made by real individuals in a time when they didn't have the same technology that we had now. Like even this, you see that it says 1644. Someone has legit written that in 1644. Like, that. I did want to get a little bit of the paper I've been writing done that day, so I decided to go and find a vegan cafe to sit in for a couple of hours, have some lunch, have a coffee, and get a few words down on paper. I have to go to vegan cafes because I'm allergic to milk, so sitting in a normal cafe where there's all this hot milk in the air makes me react and sets my asthma off, so finding a fully vegan cafe is honestly amazing for working in. This cafe is one of my favourite that I've ever found. The coffee was amazing, the avocado toast was worth the price and honestly the best I've ever eaten, and the cake was also delicious. I couldn't believe that was vegan, like wow. I stayed there for a while, I wrote a couple of paragraphs, found a new paper that I wanted to incorporate, and then I left to find the museum. Hello, I'm heading to the museum now. It's, I don't know, like 2:45ish, and the sun is really in my eyes, but honestly I'm just milking the road now as well. Oh, that's the museum. Let's go in. Considering I went to the museum, I thought I'd share a little bit of Chester's founding that you never asked for. So the city of Chester was founded as a fort called Dewa in AD 79 by the Romans, which is the same year that Vesuvius erupted. The Roman name for Chester likely comes from the local word for or name of the River Dee, and the new name Chester comes from the Roman word castrum, meaning fort. This is seen in many modern cities such as Manchester, Cirencester and Dorchester. Following the Norman conquest in 1066, a wooden and then later a stone castle was built in the city on a mound known as a motte in order to protect from any attacks or potential invasions. The city has a really rich history since then. It actually acted as a stronghold to house King Charles I himself in 1645, and the Battle of Roton Heath occurred just 2 miles south of Chester in the village of Roton the very next morning after Charles arrived in the city. Whilst this battle was going on, Chester had already been under siege for a long time and continued to be under siege until February 1646. So the people were starving, living in poor conditions, and then were hit by plague. You can still see the classic 16th and 17th century housing and buildings in Chester. Chester Rose is a really interesting place to go to. It's essentially a set of structures in the main streets of Chester that have covered walkways. Most of these buildings, and indeed most of Chester, were rebuilt following the Civil War and remain standing now. I think I might be the only person in the whole museum that's not staff. Got to find the Roman amphitheater, and I'm not leaving until I find it. It's really not as impressive as I remember it being when I was 8, but that's the last time I was here. We came on a school trip, we were dropped off just by the amphitheater, I'm pretty sure, greeted by a Roman centurion, and had to march around the city with shields. I don't remember it just being normal gravel, but then this is Roman, obviously it's not going to still be here. Have a wander around the city walls now before I go, because the sun is setting and if I wait any longer I'm not going to be able to see anything at all, so maybe we'll get some nice sunset views from the walls, eh? Once I was on the train back, I remembered that I had 2 gingerbread men that my friend Jess has baked me the night before. And I sat and ate them in a very empty carriage. It was lovely. Hello, I'm home finally. It's like 7:15 and I just thought before I go, because my camera is actually going to die anyway, I'm going to do a really quick charity shop haul. I got a load of books that I'm not going to show because 3 of them are Christmas presents and they may or may not watch this video. I've no idea. This angle is awful. Yeah. but all of the books that I bought are in some way related to my like course, because that person is also interested, or they're historical fiction, or like a TV show that I've watched with that person and they've said, oh, I actually didn't read the book for this one. So, you know, they're all from different charity shops. I think Oxfam, Bernardo's, British Heart Foundation. Is like my, actually both the ones I got are pretty cool. So I got this suit jacket that genuinely feels like brand new. Like, I know it obviously isn't, it's from a charity shop, but there's nothing wrong with it, and it is Karen Millen, and it cost me £15. And if you Google how much these cost, they're like in excess of 50-60 quid, sometimes over 100. So to have a really expensive looking suit jacket, and it's saving the planet and it's saving my bank, so you know, can't complain about that. This one is a Christmas present, and maybe I'll regret showing you, I don't know, but it is a reversible fleece. It's too big to show you actually. It's a Lessie. It's like a waterproof on one side and then a fleece on the other. The fleece is this colour. Basically I saw it and I thought, hey, you're coming home with me. And here we are. I thought it was perfect. The minute I saw it, I just knew, you know. Absolutely perfect. I'm going to put both of them in the wash if they can be washed. They smell washed, but you know, just in case people have touched them in the store and stuff. So I'm actually going to go now because this was my, you know, my solo date to Chester. It went really well. I'd quite happily do it again. I don't know why I've never done anything like that before. I think you forget actually that we can go to different places in the country that one aren't too far away and have, you know, history, shops, everything. All you need to do is jump on a train, and it cost me £11.50. Obviously it's not sustainable to do every single week or whatever, but it's a good trip out. Perfect. I feel a lot better. I'm in a great mood. I'm a lot more Christmassy. I've bought my Christmas presents. It couldn't have gone better, to be honest. On that note, if there is anywhere else in the country that is preferably in the northwest of England, just recommend your town to me. Sell it to me. Tell me why I should visit by myself. Thank you for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed. I know it was a bit different, but I loved making it, and I'm going to continue making videos as long as I love making them. Give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video, and let me know if you want me to film my next trip charity shopping, including like a proper haul and try on session, because why not, you know. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.